Hi everyone, I am doing a video today that is a follow-up from my How to Find a Job in Dubai video. This video we're going to talk about salaries, which I think is quite exciting. I've not done this video before yet, and I was inspired by some of the other videos that I saw floating around, and I thought since I've worked here in the UAE in marketing for 6 years, I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of what people are getting paid. So let's talk about it. I also have my own marketing agency, and I have employed members of my team as well. So I also have kind of experience on both sides, being employed and being the employer. So let's talk about what people are paying in the marketing industry here in the UAE. Now, I do have to say that there is a complete kaleidoscope of different jobs here in Dubai. There are so many different things. So I'm only speaking from my own experience. Please don't come for me if you've had a different experience. Anyway, let's get into the video because I know that's what you're all here for. And I'm going to start at the entry-level jobs and work our way up. And in fact, a good thing might be to convert these numbers into US dollars, because I feel like that's a good global currency for you to kind of understand how much the currency is if you don't quite understand dirhams. First, let's start by saying that here in the UAE, you don't really have well, I guess you do if you worked it out. But in the UK, it's custom to talk about your salary in terms of per year. But here in the UAE, we talk about it monthly. And I think that in America, people are often paid like once every 2 weeks, things like that. It's normal. It's custom here in the UAE to pay monthly. We will refer to these salaries, the monthly amount in AED, which is United Arab Emirates dirham. Okay, so let's start at the entry-level jobs. I moved out here when I was 19 and I had an entry-level marketing job. Well, my job title exactly was social media coordinator. And this was in, why do I have to work it out? 2018. Oh my goodness, was it 2018? That's crazy. In 2018, but I do feel like a lot of the salaries have been quite consistent. Like, I don't think there's been much change since 2018 and now, to be honest. So when I moved out here, I was offered a job which was 12,000 dirhams per month. Let's see what this is in US dollars so that I can give you a good understanding of what that is. In dollars, that's $3,267. And obviously it is tax-free here in the UAE. Now, do I think that's a standard salary for an entry-level marketing role? Yeah, I kind of do. I would say that your standard entry-level jobs can be as low as 5,000 dirhams per month, but also up to maybe, let's say, 12,000. So I was kind of at the top end of the bracket. And within my team, we did have someone more junior to myself, which was an assistant. So I would guess that their salary would probably have been between 8,000 and 10,000 dirhams. Now that I've got a bit more kind of savvy on marketing agencies and just like the way the world works, I feel like I have come to understand that a lot of, especially marketing agencies here, do have lower salaries, especially for the entry-level jobs. They'll often have titles such as like intern or assistant, whether it's in social media, marketing, content, anything like that. That's very much in my industry. And these roles will often start at around 5,000 dirhams. Do I think that's an appropriate salary for somebody that's maybe just moved to the UAE? No, I don't. Which is why when I was hiring my entry-level team, my starting salary was always 10,000 dirhams per month, because I believe that that's how much you really need to, live here, especially if you want to be living alone, especially with rent prices nowadays. But that's a conversation for another video. Anyway, I could not believe when I was doing research for my marketing agency to hire my team, I could not believe how low some of the salaries were that were being advertised on some of the larger agencies. So I just wanted to sprinkle that in there to let you know, to take caution. A lot of the salaries that are advertised, they can be quite low, and I would advise you to negotiate wherever you are. I feel like I'm going off on a massive tangent, but I don't know. I just want to help you guys. Anyway, let's move on. And I've kind of got a list of the different kind of marketing roles that I think you would find in like a typical, let's say, a typical marketing agency. But I think it's quite similar to, I didn't work at an agency originally. I worked for Namchi, which is an e-commerce company. Anyway, let's move on. So once you kind of you've kind of got your assistant to your coordinator level, which is about 12,000 dirhams, I would say then you get into kind of executive level, which is between 12 and let's say 16, 12 and what have I put here? 12 to 15 is what I put on my list when I was kind of planning this video. 12 to 15,000 dirhams for an executive. I put a senior executive might get 15 to 18 and potentially in, let's say a wider marketing team, a bigger company, let's say, and you've got your kind of senior strategists or senior paid specialists or whatever it is, senior content specialists, you might be getting 15 to 18,000 dirhams per month. Now let's convert what 18,000 dirhams per month is into dollars. Okay, that's just under $5,000. So that you can see that it's increased quite significantly between the job titles. And actually, side note, I do think a lot of salaries here, jumps are big, like if you're getting a promotion or you're like hopping over to another company, the jumps are big. But when I was working at my first job, I was on 12,000, but then at my second job, I went up to 16,000. So that was like quite a big difference already. It's 4,000 dirhams per month. And that's where I was basically an executive level and was on 16,000 dirhams. Now let's get on to manager level. Managers, I'd say would be anywhere from 18 to 22,000 dirhams per month. In my experience, God, it really, really depends. It depends on the size of the business. It depends on so many things. But I'm kind of using my experience to give you a bit of a guide. So when you're managing a small team, let's say, or you're managing, kind of PR manager, social manager, whatever it is, I think you'll be kind of around the 18,000 to 22,000 dirham mark. And then if you're getting to be senior manager, I would say you might be up to 25,000 dirhams per month. If you're then progressing even further up the ladder and you're going to be, let's say, head of marketing, head of social media, head of content, whatever it is, some of these roles like that, and you've got a lot of different roles beneath you, I would say you'd then be looking at kind of 30,000 dirhams per month, maybe even 35. And then once you're kind of director level, you'd probably be 35,000 dirhams and up. Honestly, from there, it completely depends. If you're kind of head of departments, you might be in larger companies, you might be earning 40, even 50,000 dirhams per month. Here it really just depends. I wish I could give you like exact facts and figures that I found out, but I actually haven't directly known a lot of the senior, like very senior roles salaries. This is more just a guess based on kind of me being a little sleuth and judging lifestyle choices, etc. Anyway, that video is quite short and sweet, but I hope you enjoyed it. Just as a little look into what salaries are like. I'm such a big believer on salary transparency. I really am. And actually, I have a funny story on that as well. When I was working in my first ever job in Manchester in the UK, I was working for a fashion business and it was my first week. And I just started and it was my first job out of college and I was so excited, my first big girl job. And I was so excited. And but I was on a very low salary. I was on £16,000 per year. And it was my first week and I was doing some paperwork for HR. And then the HR department accidentally sent me a spreadsheet full of everybody's salary information in the company. And it was my first week and I didn't really know anyone, but I did not know what to do. I just didn't tell anyone about it. But then, then I made a friend at that job and I told her about it. And then I got a formal warning for spreading this news. But in my defense, it was sent to me and I just could not believe what some of the managers were earning. And I felt so cheated, the fact that I felt like I was slaving away for such a low salary. And I think it just caused a lot of upset and anxiety, not knowing what like salaries you're on. I think it causes a lot of discrepancies between gender, all sorts. So I really think we need more salary transparency in the world. So anyway, good luck on your journey of finding a job here in Dubai. I'll leave this video here and I have loads more videos for you to check out here on my channel. So go take a look. Maybe I'll see you in one of my weekly vlogs over the next few weeks, and be sure to subscribe if you're interested in learning more about life here in the UAE. Bye guys.